It's been a long while since I uploaded a video, and if you remember rightly, the last one, take my glasses off because you can see me in them. The last one was of the NHS booklet that had been sent to me by one of my former consultants. He's since been fired from the NHS for voicing his concerns regarding the COVID vaccine. It was taken down very quickly by YouTube. It was there no more than 8 hours, so not many people got to see it, but it was about a booklet that had been distributed to staff, NHS staff, who were to administer the COVID vaccine. Now, it was published just 2 weeks after the rollout in England began, so not much was known about the safety and the way it worked, how it worked, if it worked well. No one knew that. Well, they knew less than they do today. But the NHS booklet was instructing members of staff to lie to patients when they asked questions regarding those points, and the psychological techniques they could use to convince a person to take the vaccine. Now, I thought that was disgusting, and I wanted to show people the duplicitous ways in which we're being convinced to have a vaccine. We shouldn't have to be coerced. It should be a free choice. It should be our choice, and we shouldn't have to be cajoled into taking it. YouTube didn't like that, and they took it down because of medical misinformation. No, it wasn't my medical misinformation. It was from the NHS, but apparently that doesn't matter, because our opinions have to be in accordance with those of the WHO. That's never going to happen with me at all, and you probably know why. But to take it down for medical misinformation when it wasn't my information really riled me. It wasn't so much that making a video takes me ages. I mean, this doesn't. It's just not going to be edited. It's just going to be put up. But usually they take me a long time. I'm not good at editing. I'm not good at working my way around the editing tool. So they take me a lot longer than other people. But that wasn't what upset me. It was the fact I'd been accused of doing something I hadn't done. Not only that, okay, I got my second black mark for that. I had one. I can't remember what the other one was for, but that was my second one. So I knew I had to be careful because I don't want to lose the channel. I'm not precious about it, but I want people to see what I put up. Whether you agree with it or not, just see what I put up. That's all. The other thing was I'd been doing some research into the patents. Now, the patents were visible to everybody last August 2020, and I downloaded them all because I thought they'd come in handy, and they would have done had my computer not been compromised. I did mention that in a previous video, that something had happened to the computer and I lost 3 or 4 folders, and amongst those folders were the patents, so they're gone forever. I didn't back them up. Everything now goes onto a hard drive. I've learnt my lesson, but unfortunately they weren't backed up and I lost a lot. But the thing is, I may not be good at editing and things like that, but I did used to have 2 e-commerce websites, and I used to do my own SEO and removal of items that had gone out of stock, discontinued from the search engine, so people didn't click on them and buy a product that wasn't available. And that's quite tricky to do. So I wondered if the patent offices had been a bit sloppy and not done this correctly. And by chance, by luck, they hadn't done it right. And I found the attorney's docket for the Moderna patent and the information that goes with submitting a patent. Now, the first one that was submitted to the EPO and the USPTO were rejected. They were rejected by both offices on the grounds that the word vaccine wasn't correct. It had to be changed to immunogenic composition. This is what I wanted to show, but before I even got a chance to upload the video, I discovered that I couldn't access the patent office, the patent websites, or any other research websites that I'd been using, clinical trials and all that. And it turns out that I've been blacklisted. I'm not allowed to use any patent office websites. I can't do any medical research, scientific articles, complete blank. Now, buying a VPN didn't work. I don't know how they get through that, but they do. So there are ways around it. Use my aunt's internet, go to coffee shops. So it's not stopped me, but it's made things a lot more laborious. It's inconvenient, but I'm going to persevere with it. So that's that. I've also lost my my Gmail account. I haven't lost it, it's still there, but I can't do anything with it. It's got 49,000 emails in it, and from that you probably guess I don't use email. I write to my friends and I don't sign up to things online. I've got this account, a Daily Mail account, and that's about it. So that's no great shakes. But I couldn't believe that just for finding a documents that were still online, it's their sloppiness that I found them, caused all this trouble for me. Now, what does that say? Why can't we see what went on behind the scenes? Why can't we say that the word vaccine wasn't allowed by the Patent Office? It's because their argument would fall apart, isn't it? Because we're told it's a vaccine. COVID vaccination centre, have your COVID vaccine, and they hassle me every week. I had to refuse it 26 times before a vaccinologist from the NHS rang me up and said, well, our records show that you haven't had it. And I said, no, I'm not going to either. I also mentioned my aunt in the video about the booklet and how she'd been damaged by the vaccine. Now, it's not hyperbole, it's a fact. She had a lumbar puncture which found spike proteins in her CSF. She's given her head tics. She can no longer walk, and 6 weeks prior to having that vaccine, she was putting up a 10 by 12 shed with my mum. So she was perfectly fine before, and it happened overnight. One day she was fine, next day she had back pain, then she couldn't walk. And it's disgusting. So she has put in a claim with the government for £120,000 compensation. That's the figure. It's that or nothing. So I mean, she should be eligible. She's got the medical documentation to prove that it was because of this treatment that she had. But we shall see if she gets the money. It's not so much the money for her, it's the principle that someone should be held accountable for it. That's that really. That's what I wanted to say. I couldn't upload, I couldn't do much research, and I wanted to wait for my naughty step punishments to be over so that I could upload my next video in the knowledge that I was safe. Even if they took it down, I still keep the channel. So that's where we're at. I should also say that I did upload one video on my backup account. I did say what my backup account was, I think twice, but no one would have remembered it. It's Bromley Womble, and I did put a video on there. And that's what I shall do in the future. If they stop this channel, then I'll put things up on there. I also set up a BitChute account, which I put the video about the NHS booklet on there as well. So if you've got a BitChute account and you didn't get to see it, you can go and have a look. I kept the channel name. It's not ideal, I know, because I set this channel up when I was pointing out all the faults with the European Union. It kind of fitted. It doesn't fit anymore, but I'm going to keep it for now. That's it really. Hopefully there'll be another video up today. It's the one about the attorney dockets. So let's see how long that one stays up for, shall we? So I'm back.